Hey there guys, this is Jesse the permofit. As you can tell, I'm laying down on the job. Yeah, it's gonna bring you a quick video how to change out the low pressure or pressure switch for a 2001 Pontiac Aztek. I don't know if this is similar to the Montana or the whatever the other knockoff Azteks are, but it was a pain in the butt. AC wasn't working, or was working kind of intermittently. I checked the pressure was a little low, topped it up, still not working reliably. Bypassed the, don't do this at home, but I bypassed the pressure switch. The clutch pulled in, AC ran, temp dropped, yay. This was like a year ago. Finally got around to, my neighbor evacuated my refrigerant. He's getting ready to move, so I figure I better get on this to get it swapped out. So I'm just going to show you. It's tough to find some info on it, so figure this would be a good opportunity to make a video. So you're going to want to, if you got access, you could jack up your rig, put some blocks under it or whatever, but I have enough space in here, I don't need to, kind of. So you're going to want to get under your Pontiac. Let's see, let me change camera angles here. Oh, like a Hornet's nest. Oh, okay. So there's a shroud under here. So you want to take this shroud off. It's like 4 bolts. They're 10 millimeter. Pull that off. Take this out of the way. Then as you're looking at the front of the vehicle, it's under this side. So you're going to go under here. You're going to look around and you're going to see that. So that's my new one. So maybe you have this issue. This is a 01. I pulled the old one off, and it's supposed to be torqued down to like 44 pounds of like inch-pounds of pressure or something like that. But mine came off almost with hand pressure. I barely put a wrench on it, and it moved. So I twisted it off by hand. So mine probably wasn't even bad. It was probably just loose. So anyways, it looks like it has, at least mine does, has a Schrader valve in it. So mine's not under pressure either though, but it looks like there's a Schrader valve in there and an O-ring. So I'll see if I can do this on camera, one-handed. So forgive the shakiness and stuff, but I got a light in the way, and hold on, let me see if I can. Sorry for turning you guys sideways. Anyways, see, I've said this for decades and decades and decades. Technicians need to have 2 elbows and 2 knees that bend both directions each. So you can't even see this, but yeah, twist it. I only had it sitting on there. So that's what it looks like with it off. Here is what the new one looks like. It has a little, let's see if it'll get this to focus. Probably not. Really? Focus. Focus. Oh, this is annoying. Anyways, you can see the hole and that little dimple in the middle. That is to push in like a Schrader valve. So if you can see on this guy here, there is a gasket, so, or an O-ring. So you're not supposed to let any of the refrigerant out, duh, or any of the oil, duh. Schrader valve would do that. Keep in mind, you probably need to be licensed in order to do this. So do it at your own risk. Check your local authority. Get a hold of your, if you don't even think this is in your realm, just get a hold of your local mechanic. They'll have an HVAC guy take a look at it. Geez, that's horrible. So anyways, put your hand back in there, screw this back on. I'm going to put it back on, and I'll come back here in just a second. Let's see here. Kind of a pain in the butt, but it's not as bad as a lot of other projects I've done. I haven't had AC in the rig in like a year, and it's been in the 90s. So I figure this is as good as an excuse as any to fix it. By the way, like a year ago when I went to look up this replacement part, they wanted like 50 bucks and on Amazon. And this time I went to go look it up. I have no idea why. It was only like, oh, this is 14 millimeter, by the way, or 9/16. I'm using a 14 millimeter. And anyways, this time it was like 15. So I have no idea why the price changed. I don't have a torque wrench like this, so, and this is only aluminum, so I'm just going to snug it up best I can. And just drop your wrench, no big deal. So let's see, where am I at? So there it is. It's on pretty snug. This guy, just drop some stuff in my eyes. It's awesome. This guy here, it only goes in one way, so you just got to, by feel, push and click it in. Oh, come on. Sorry about shaking the camera so much. Kind of see where my thumb is. You can kind of see right there. I'm just trying to guide it down with my 2 fingers. Easier said than done. Oh, I just took the gasket off the plug. That I can probably show you. So there's a little dust cover gasket deal. Kind of see, came off of my hands. Let's see if I can put that back on with just my 2 fingers. Yay, I got that. All right, so I'll try again here. I really should have set a tripod up or something. Spontaneous YouTube videos. Yeah, I'm gonna just set my camera staring at the sky and see if that's not so horrible. Let's see, where can you see at? I don't know if there's anywhere where you're able to see. Not really. Alright, I'm just going to set you down and be back in a second. Literally just pushing stuff out of the way and seeing what you can see and see what you can feel. Come on. Play nice. Oh, I thought I had it, but turns out I was way off. I'll try again here. This end on this plug is triangle shaped. So it almost feels like it can go in any way, but it can't, because it's not a exact triangle. It's more like 3 lobes. Let's see here. Probably an easier way to do this, but I'm not a mechanic. Let's see. this is getting kind of long. I'm going to stop it, and I might come back with a part 2.